Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we've got some Hot Wheels 100%. This is just some cars that I've been kind of hanging on to for a while. Bought them a while ago. I'm not even sure when, and I don't think I bought them all at the same time. So I've had them for a bit, and we're going to open them up. And we're going to see if the dreaded rubber bands have left some damage on the paint, and see what we can get these for. Now, when I can find Hot Wheels 100% cars and I can find them cheap, and these were cheap. I think I maybe paid $5 maybe a piece for them, which is pretty darn cheap, considering this is kind of like what Elite 64 is now, but it's a Hot Wheels 100%. And that's the other part of this video is, you know, what do you think about this stuff in comparison with the Elite 64 stuff that's come out now? Now, probably some more exciting castings that are more relevant nowadays are coming out in Elite 64. However, this is what you got back in the day, and by back in the day, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Copyright date on the bottom of this packaging is 2000, so you can bet on 1998 on this one. Okay, wow. I didn't think they were that old, but they are apparently that old. So we're going to take a look at them. We got these Hot Wheels Collectibles multi-piece collector quality car that didn't really name them. Doesn't look like they named them 100% here. I don't know if these were actually available in any stores. I have no idea because I did not collect 1/64 scale diecast at that time. I'm not sure where you could buy them, if they had to buy them on the website. This thing has like a HotWheels.com thing on it, but I don't know. Maybe it was available in the store. Not exactly sure, but these are a limited edition for the adult collector, according to the packaging, and maybe that's the case. I don't know. They had a 90-day limited warranty. Details inside valid only in the USA. So, I don't know. We're going to open these up and check them out. There's dust on them. They're old, you know, old enough to have an adult beverage. So, here in the U.S., anywho. So, yeah. I think it's about time these things get freed from their plastic and cardboard prison, and we set them free. All right, so, lots of packaging. You got the box on the outside here, cardboard box that's been through a lot. We're going to throw that to the side. We've got this 90-day limited warranty card here. I wonder if is that 90 days from the point of purchase or from, you know, me opening it? I don't know. You got this. You can complete. I've seen these before. Complete information below and return it to us. Your name will then be on file as an official Hot Wheels collector. I wonder if they still have this information somewhere. Yeah. But some pretty cool questions here. Where do you buy your vehicles? Internet, hobby store, toy store? I mean, somewhat current internet. I mean, a lot of people buy them on the internet nowadays. Toy store, not so much, maybe. How much do you spend per vehicle? Oh, boy, I bet you that number has gone up in price over the last few years. 1/64 scale, sure. I'm sure that's more popular now than it was back then. A lot of people used to collect 1/18s, 1/24s, I think. But yeah, kind of interesting little survey deal. That's kind of fun. We'll probably see that in all of these. Cardboard, sort of a diorama thing. I got to think that that's sun faded, and it probably is. So another cardboard piece. Go ahead and throw that aside. And then we get an acrylic case for the vehicle. And this one's in not that bad a shape. It's got some stickiness, probably from an original price tag on it. Or I don't know, but I'm not a huge fan of these acrylic cases. They're all right, but usually by the time I get them, they're all scratched up and stuff. But sometimes I do save them just because it's a convenient way to store the vehicle. So here is our, what was it? 34 Ford? Yeah, 34 Ford. And it's looking pretty nice. Let's try to get it off the base. This one does not appear to have any like opening pieces, so therefore it does not have rubber band, the dreaded rubber band. So we're not going to have a paint experiment here. One thing with these 100% cars is a lot of the times these screws on the bottom here are torqued, and they're in really tight. This particular model is coming out fairly easy, but I've had some in the past where I've had to literally cut a slot in the screw and take a flathead and get them out. So not a good time if you have to do that. Does it roll? This particular model does not want to at first, but now that I've loosened it up a little bit, it's rolling. These are riveted. This particular model is riveted together, not screwed together. So if there is something screwed up, you can't really fix it. And it has multiple pieces, and it does look pretty neat. Steering wheel looks like it's a little low. That's a little too much in your lap for me. Oh man, the front, this thing is glued on like a little bit crooked, and that is just enough to make this thing look goofy. So this car looks pretty awesome from the side, though. I like the wheels. I think the wheels look pretty good. Kind of like a wire wheel. Meant to be like a wire wheel. Rubber tires, metal base, metal main body piece. The fenders are plastic. And yeah, it does roll. It looks so crooked. That's the only problem, is that thing is so crooked. Just a little bit off in it really, unfortunately. I wonder if there we go. So guess what? We're going to fix it. Not in the video, but I will fix it. That came right off with a little bit of paint, so that might not have been the best idea. But will we be able to fix this thing? It came off really easy, by the way. I don't know. I have to clean up some of the glue. Yeah, I think I'll be able to get it straightened out. So that's fun. We like breaking models here on the channel every once in a while. And this isn't broken. I can fix it. I will fix it, and I will make it less crooked. See, right there it even looks better. So that will get fixed. Pretty cool little model. And that's what can happen to glue over time, though, too, is it starts to kind of degrade. And it doesn't end up, staying sticky. All right. Not returnable if open, by the way. So this is going to be the same sort of deal, same packaging, same all that stuff. It's going to have the same little card right here. Same. This one has a 2-year limited warranty, not a 90-day. 2 years on this car. Well, that's kind of special. All right, just checking. They don't label the bases, so I'm gonna keep these things. If I want to keep the cars on the bases, or put them back in their plastic case, I have to kind of make sure I line up the car with what case it came out. Here's our little diorama piece for this one. Looks very faded. Can only assume that it is. Acrylic's not in too bad a shape. Not too great. This is where we're going to have problems. This is the dreaded rubber band issue. So these rubber bands degrade over time. Look how wide apart these screws are. Hopefully these come out easy. And that's one. Oh boy. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Got it. That's two. And the screws aren't made out of like a very good material, so they're easy to strip out. This one has plastic tires. Plastic wheels. What's the deal with that? I didn't think any of these had plastic wheels. I think this has got to be my first one I've ever seen that's got plastic wheels. I don't know that I'm going to save that case. All right, quick look around. This one, plastic wheels. Metal base, metal body, opening hood, which we'll get to in a second. It's got some details on the back. It's got some details on the front. Nothing inserted for the headlights, but it is a separate piece out front here. And the hood opens. And the rubber band is completely crusty. Now, sometimes, too, you are able to kind of polish this out and clean this up a little bit. I'm obviously not going to do any of that on camera, just for the sake of time. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. There you go. There's the rest of the rubber band. This hood does not want to open anywhere beyond that point. There is an engine in there, and you can kind of see it. And it looks pretty detailed. Actually looks quite detailed. Does the hood shut well? It shuts pretty good. We've got a little bit of what appears to be like paint rash on here, which is not great, but it does happen to some older vehicles. Does it roll? Yeah, it should. It's got plastic tires. And it actually rolls quite well. These wheels are very much like Johnny Lightning wheels. They're like a two-piece wheel where, you know, you got the plastic outer part that's connected to the axle and then a, like, essentially hubcap kind of situation. Is it the coolest 442 I've ever seen in diecast? No, not even close. Is it kind of neat? Am I glad I kind of got it? I don't know. Sort of. I don't know. This one's not the greatest. I don't like that it's got plastic wheels, even though I normally don't really care all that much. But it's got paint rashing. It's not really surviving the test of time. So far, I don't know. If we consider this one a fail, because it's missing a piece. Don't worry, I got the grill in there. That's a cool looking car though. And then this one here. Let's keep them all out here. And we're making a mess. All right. Next we got some hot rods here. So like a hot rod truck and a hot rod, I guess. Let's start with the 1956 Ford pickup. And this one is actually labeled as a Hot Wheels 100%. And I don't know if the 100% necessarily meant that these were scale accurate. I don't know if it has anything. The connoisseurs of custom cars and trucks, the 56 Ford pickup is the equal in status and impact to the classic 32 Ford coupes and roadsters, has become a highly prized vehicle among collectors. That's cool. A series of collectible vehicles designed to touch the soul and stir the passions of automotive enthusiasts, blah, 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 blah. Each of these highly detailed, multi-piece 164 scale vehicles features movable parts, top quality paint jobs, and comes displayed in an individual collector's case. So that's kind of how they were marketing these things. Get the box out of here. Lots of cardboard. That's okay. And you can see the rubber band has like exploded on the inside of this case. Oh, we do have the survey thing. So you could be on file as a collector of Hot Wheels. Maybe I could save enough of those, bring them to my monthly meet, and like hand them out for fun and have people fill them out. All right. Rubber band chunks. So this one is completely dried up, and I don't even know. It probably originally was around the hood. It would have to be, right? So we're probably actually lucky that it did break away, dry out, and kind of got all over the place in here because it didn't end up screwing up the paint at all from what I can see. Hood shuts, and there's more rubber band. Hood opens, hood shuts. That's good. Let's get some screws out. Also weird here, they like glued in. It's just weird. This is a weird setup. Have these like kind of like melted in place instead of just molded to the original. Do we got one that's going to be a pain? Actually, these screws are slotted as a flathead as well. So maybe they anticipated some struggles. Or people complain about the original ones or something like that, and they decided to actually listen to complaints, which is not very Mattel-like. Just kidding. But yeah, why was there a band? Rubber band is like all over. Does the tailgate fold down? No, nothing. You just get the opening hood. Let's get this over there. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good detail in there. Again, you got not inserted headlights like jeweled headlights, but it's got a separate piece here. That goes down nicely. We do have the dreaded banana bed, though, where that gap is not very nice. Wheels look cool. They're rubber. It does roll. Can we fix it? Can we bend it back into shape? I bet you I could. But, man, it's actually really thick metal under here. So that's going to take some force. to get this thing bent. You want to push down like this, but it's going to bend the axles of the truck. All right, so that might be something we'll have to wrap a towel around, put it in a vise, and vendor back, and then probably completely destroy it in the process. So maybe we'll just leave it. I mean, that gap is really annoying, though. Right? Am I right? I'm right. This thing rolls nice, though. Weird flame paint job coming up from the ground, so not like it's going forward. It's on fire just sitting there. But cool truck. Cool truck. I wish it was, the bed was straight. That would be my only wish on this one. So far, I mean, we're not really having great luck. There's been kind of problems with each one of these vehicles. I mean, this one's got the plastic tires and the paint rash. The hood, I guess it shuts now. It doesn't go up, though. It doesn't really go up. I mean, you can see an engine in there. This one, we had the crooked thing, and then, of course, I ripped the front off of it. So that part's my fault, the whole ripping the front off part. But we got a mess of crusty old rubber band, which I don't know why I'm trying to clean it up now, because we're about to open one more car. Although this one doesn't look like it has rubber bandage. It's like a plastic cellophane thing. So I don't know what that's going to do. We'll find out. Stickers are intact. This one clearly got some moisture damage at some point. But the funny thing is we'll see if it's actually, this will end up being probably the best quality one. As far as, you know, no issues. Yes, we do. Since you asked, it's there. Another survey thing. Let's open this up. And check her out. Packaging on the ground. And acrylic case. Dust. And not all the dust is from me. Looks almost like a spider got in here at one point or something. There's like some cobwebbage. It's very possible. Yeah. All right. I'll set that there. And check this guy out. What was this again? It's a 37 Chev. Yeah, 37 Chevy. Hot rodded out. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the screws out of this one. Oh yeah, nice and easy. I'm glad we're not struggling with any of the screws today, because that would have been a pain. That basically would have had to, I would have had to stop the video, deal with the screw, and then edit all that. And that would have been annoying, so I'm glad we didn't do that. We didn't have to do that. I don't know, do I save these acrylic cases? I don't know. They take up much less space if I could just put them in a little, I'll show you. If I can just put them in a little, little thing like, you know, I'm getting it. Hang on, just chill out. We're getting there. If I can go like that. Boop. Check out that. Or put it in a jammer. These things are sweet though. They make different sizes. This one will fit that car. That's much easier than the stupid acrylic case. I think that's what I'm going to use. Then I don't have to worry about screwing it in and out or whatever, and they'll stay fine in there. All right, back to the vehicle. This one rolls quite well. It appears to be of good quality. I don't see any issues. We have a straight front end, or what looks to be mostly straight there. And instead of a rubber band, we get this. Now, I'm not sure that this is not going to leave any mark on this casting, because it very possibly could. I will tell you it's, there we go, a little bit harder to get it off, but it kind of unwraps. I'm so nervous that we're going to pull paint off. Pulling it slowly. Oh, we're going to pull hood off. And that's probably why it's wrapped, because the hood is not connected. Look at that. You can run her without a hood. Just getting a little hot. Just take the hood off. All right, let's pull the rest of this off. And it appears we got no paint issues. So that is good. That's the better way to do it. Here's our hood. And it just sits on there. So, yeah, it'll still be fine in one of these little cases. Now, it definitely can't go back on the screwed base, though, because that'll just go rattling around inside of the thing. I don't like that this thing just pops right off without any sort of resistance. It would be really nice if it could sit on there in some way, where it snapped on and off. That would be much better. The car itself, I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty basic. So these aren't really the best examples of really cool Hot Wheels 100% cars. I mean, I've got a bunch in my collection, actually, and some of them I really, really like. None of these are probably going to be in that arena of really, really liking it. Although, this one, I think, once I fix the front end of it, I think I will actually quite enjoy this one. I like the way the wheels look. I like its basic colors. It's nothing crazy, no flamage, nothing like that. So I do like that. I think this one's pretty neat. But the rest of these are kind of bland, maybe a little bit boring, but hopefully I was able to make the video somewhat entertaining for you today. But yeah, here's Hot Wheels 100%. How does it compare to Elite 64? Quality-wise, I know a lot of people think 100% is like one of the best lines that ever was. And I can't honestly agree with that. There were some cool castings in it, but I really cannot agree with that. I do think some Elite 64 is better and higher quality, stuff like that. It just feels better. It doesn't feel as cheap. Some of these cars feel really cheap, and some of them don't. And the proportions aren't exactly, I don't know. Well, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. I mean, I like a little bit of everything, so it's not like I don't like these. It's just, maybe you can't compare them. Maybe it's not a worthy comparison. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys very much for watching another Championdjk episode of fun diecast goodies. And enjoy your day. We'll see you in the next one.